folks. Yes, last episode, first season, past, present, future, with the gang. Knicks Anonymous, LJ, Stevie, Smitty over here, man. Make sure y'all get in tune with Hoops Podcast over there in Australia. They #1 with the basketball All NBA. You feels me? But all I'm saying is, last episode of this season, yes, we will be back. This is not ending, but we had to end it off. It's been some time. Go ahead, fellas. Who wants to start it off? Because I saw the highlights. Ooh, we got decisions to make. Who's starting it off? Who's going?
Things are looking mighty juicy, going into next season, man. I mean, quickly, Sims and Toppin have been exceeding expectations completely. I mean, but some could argue like
Start
it's
with Sims, though, because that threw me off. Like, what? You threw Sims in that? But don't get me
yes,
wrong, he had
yo.
been going crazy. But
I think
y'all was able to watch. I've been stuck at work. You feel me?
how many rebounds? I think he had like 13 let me see. How many rebounds he had? I think he had like 19, 13. He had something like 13, 14 rebounds, something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But to be coming from him though, like you know what I mean, like the rookies are, oh not the rookies, I'm sorry, rookie and Toppin and Quickly. But listen, Quickly is looking like a true point guard. Obi Toppin is looking like Stephen Curry. I don't know what's happening right now. Sims is, because look at Mitch is still in the question mark. You know what I mean? No one knows what's happening with Mitch. So with Sims doing what he's doing, I feel pretty comfortable if Mitch does walk. I'm not gonna lie. So
Great,
that's my take on it.
I think at this point, I would be happy to see a starting five next year if we take the slow route and just go with IQ, Toppin, Barrett, Cam Reddish, and either Mitch or Sims. I'll be fine with that. That's where I'm at, man. Youth is the truth.
Amen.
Agreed. Agreed. Hey, yo,
Steve.
Toppin is gunning for that point guard spot, bro. Off rip, he's gunning for that. And you can tell, bro, like, aside from RJ for the second half of the season, Quickly's been our best player. So, is he going to get the spot? We don't know, because we don't know what the Knicks are going to do with that in the off season. That's going to be the unpredictable part. But the fact that he's gunning for the spot, for the spot, I love it. I'm here for it. Hopefully, I hope he gets it. You know, either him or Deuce. One of them.
Career night, assists tonight, 12 assists, career high. So
40.
Another triple-double.
Move the ball.
Yo, I got a question. In the last, I want to say 6 games, has Quickly not averaged them triple doubles in like 6 games? He had like 3 of them, right?
Two.
It was 2. All right, but he's had 3 this season. It's something like that. Right?
It's 2 or 3. I think it might have only been his first one the other night when he had that. Was that his first career triple double?
But bro, to do it in the matter of the last 6 games, like that's something to say. But the fact that you got the starting position this time, like when I saw it on paper, it said Emmanuel Quickly. I said, "Oh, it's about to be a night." I was mad. I was at work, like, yo. It's slow right now. I can't get an hour break. Let me get an hour. Like, I was mad I couldn't watch. I had to look at the play-by-play. Like, all right, bet. Quickly hit the 3. All right, cool. Da, da, da. It blew mine. But give me a hot take. After this last game, and I'm going to start with you, Smitty. After this last game, what you seen from IQ and Obi, say we even get in the top 5 with the lottery pick. Right? What are you doing?
It's a hard one, man. I mean, it depends because you might not have heard, but Mike Breen sat down with Leon Rose before the game.
I heard, but I missed.
Okay, so that's got to be brought in here for some context because he sat down with Leon and Leon finally spoke and they spoke about Randall. And the way that he spoke is as if Randall's going to be here still next season. But apparently they've been talking about small ball. But if we land inside the top 5, I'm keeping who we have right now in terms of youth. I'm keeping IQ. I'm keeping Toppin. They're absolutely now after this last game and this last week untouchables. I would say the two untouchables on the team is IQ and Toppin as it stands. And D Rose, you got to keep him. He's got to come off the bench and be a mentor. And if we land inside the top 5, I think we pick inside the top 5. Why not? Why not? Instead of
I
trading,
agree.
all the time, let's just pick inside the top 5. Even if we move that guy on draft day, or not long later, whether we get a Jaden Ivey or Dyson Daniels or something like that, and there's another team that wants to give us something of value, why not keep and pick rather than do what we've done in the last few years and trade down? You know what I mean? Obviously, we didn't get as high, but trade down. So I think, you land inside top 5, you pick inside top 5, and then you work your way from there with what you need. But I think we're on the right track, man. I'm thinking Tibbs has got a lot to think of over the summer.
All right. Now, let's switch up the question. Stevie, this is for you. This is off-season time. You got the 10th pick. You got to get rid of some of these vets. You want to keep your youth, but you got to figure something out. What you doing?
10th pick, I'm probably trading it.
How you gonna make this happen?
Unless, like Smitty said, Dyson Daniels is available. Because I'm hearing good things about him, especially on the defensive end, and Tibbs likes defense. So if Dyson Daniels is available, I might take a shot at him. But if he's not, I'm trading the pick. And as I said in the podcast, I'm gunning for Donovan Mitchell should he become available. Because it's the Jazz versus the Mavericks in the first round, and it's very possible the Mavericks could knock them off. And they said he's a first-round exit away from asking for a trade. So I guess if I'm the Knicks and I get the 10th pick, I'm offering the 10th pick, next year's Mavericks pick, and next year's Knicks pick as well, with a second-round pick, Grimes, Randall, and Bird, basically. And maybe another player to make the salary work. Yeah, that's a lot of picks, but I'm throwing away next year's draft because I'm assuming we're gunning for the postseason. So, I assume we won't need those picks, and we'll have picks in the future. But that's just me.
Okay. I like that take. Now, LJ. Unfortunately, Kevin Knox can't be a part of this. I had to bring him back up, man. That's your guy, though. That's your guy. But the other night, he was killing.
Shout out Kevin Knox, man.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Mikal Bridges, he's mad. And he's like, we ain't picking. We like, bro, Kevin Knox was cooking you. Like, that's the report we got. But my question to you is this. It's off-season time. We happen to get the 8th pick again. We got another 8th pick. Donovan Mitchell is on the table. SGA is on the table. Murray is on the table. And then the bonus is Jaden Ivey fell short and you can pick him. What are you doing?
Gave him the hardest one.
That's a fact, because I know he's going to get methodical with it. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Shit. I'm not going to lie.
That's a tough one. Wow.
You can hear the
He said, you got to think about this one. Like,
I don't know. I'm still thinking Donovan Mitchell. Not for nothing. I'm not gonna lie. I like Donovan Mitchell. I like his game. He can open up a lot of stuff, and I think he's ready, man. He's ready for the big stage. I think he needs that spotlight.
That's a fact.
I'm going Donovan Mitchell. Not gonna lie all the way. I'm committed.
I respect it.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like these young cats definitely are putting Tibbs in a very hard place right now. He's got a lot of thinking to do this offseason. They wanted minutes, you gave it to them. Now look at what they're producing. You know what I mean? So now he needs to look at it, I say we keep what we have really, and like if we're not in top 5, like like bet to back off what Smitty said, I'd trade it. I'd trade if we don't get top 5. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna hold you. From what I seen tonight, I can definitely say that you got to figure out what you're doing with Randall, or you got to let Mitch walk, and you got to run a small ball lineup. Like, cause, bro, it goes crazy because I was against Obi. I say it every time. I started out against him. I grew to like him. And now I'm like, nah, I wish you would send him back to the bench. Like, I wish you would send him or IQ back to the bench. I don't even want a point guard no more. I'm more so like, if I don't want a point guard, we could be solidified with RJ as the 2 or the 3. But if you go get a Donovan Mitchell, you keep RJ where he already at the 3. You go get Donovan Mitchell to be your 2. You got matter of fact, yeah, you got Obi as your 4, then you got Randall as your 5 if you gotta keep him. You get what I'm saying? Or the other way around. The bench, I'm looking at D Rose, I'm looking at Deuce, because no matter what, when you do a trade, it's going to be out of IQ or Grimes that got to go, and you go and pick Grimes. So Grimes is going to be gone. Then you got D Rose, Deuce, Cam Reddish, you feel me? When you go get Donovan Mitchell, it's either going to be that Eric Pascal dude or Royce O'Neal. We're going to go get him. Boom, with the Donovan Mitchell. That's going to back up Obi or whoever, Randall, whoever that is. And then you got Jericho Sims. Bada bing, bada boom. That's going to be your lineups. I promise you, if it go down like that, we all said it here first. We said it here first. And that's just a simple way to go about it. But
It is indeed the truth.
Royce O'Neal wouldn't be a bad look either. I kind of like him. Royce O'Neal's not bad.
But I think Eric will come more just because that's whatchamacallit, that's Donovan Mitchell boy. So it's more so if Donovan come, he gonna try to bring his boy with him. And it's cheaper. So but here's my thing, my last take. And I want all of y'all to answer this, but we gonna go Smitty, LJ, Stevie, right? So how do we feel about just the battle between who's really gonna stay on this team out of the young pieces? And these are your candidates that might go. You got IQ. You got, you might as well say you got IQ. You got Grimes. You got Cam Reddish. And you could throw Obi in there, depending on what they try to do. So out of those 4, out of your 2 sophomores, which is IQ and Obi, your rookie Grimes, and your 3rd year going on your 4th year, Cam Reddish. Who stays? Who goes?
Yeah, straight up, I'd be keeping, after what we've seen end of the year, I'd be keeping IQ and Obi for sure. They've got the chemistry the most out of everyone. They've played together the most. They both came into the team together, so they know each other quite well. Cam and Grimes, it's purely based off, I guess, what we've seen and how long they've been around. I'm just going to give it to seniority rules in this case. So I'm keeping the guys that have been together. And after what we've seen, man, if you watch tonight's game, that was, some of that, man, was just unreal. So
I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna go back on right after this. I'm gonna go back, go to the TV. I'm gonna be like, rewatch the full game. I'm gonna watch the whole game because
you're gonna love life,
bro.
You're gonna love it.
The thing that made it fire was we were losing and coming back, and then we were tied. I was like, okay, I'm looking at the score. I'm watching the highlights, but I'm looking at the score, and I'm like, okay, we really had to dig in to get this win. I feel like they earned that. Like, you feel me? Like, it wasn't just given to them. Then I looked at who was on the court, make sure it wasn't no G League team. I was like, okay, yeah, we earned that. Cool. All right, but Stevie, you still going? You still got? I mean, Smith, you still going? You still got something?
Just reiterating that. Yeah, for me, IQ and Obi are absolutely going into the off season, the 2 most untouchable players on this team, and then we'll probably just go work its way down. I'd say Derrick Rose would be 3rd most, and so on from there. But yeah, definitely IQ, Obi, keep them. See you later, Grimes and Cam, if they had to go.
I bet. Who want to go next?
I'm definitely with Cam leaving because of him and Knox. I got bad blood. I got bad blood. No disrespect, Cam, but you replaced my man. That's my man's, bro. I gotta stick with him, bro. I still got his jersey. I was gonna throw it out, but maybe I can get it. Maybe I can get a signature one day. Who knows?
That's a fact. Don't ever throw that out, bro.
So okay, so yeah. Quickly, Obi Toppin, completely untouchable after what they've been doing these last couple of games. Like I said, or like Smitty said, their seniority, 2 years. It seems like they're only gonna go up from here. They keep growing with each other. It's looking like it's starting to click more, and I'm really loving it. New York is loving it. Toppin is loving it. Quickly is loving it. It looks like Ted. I saw Ted smile a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. He kind of
At the end
smirked a
when
little bit.
the arm around when Quickly put his
Yeah,
arm around him.
he's smirking. He's a little happy over there, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah, everybody else, Burks, Grimes, Deuce, everybody else has got some. Honestly, I feel like we should give him another year and see what happens
I agree. I completely agree.
because there's a lot of talent on this team. So who knows? Not because it could be like last year. Because last year the Knicks team, it was the type of team where you needed everybody on the team to win. You know what I mean? There was not a single person on last year's Knicks team that wasn't contributing in some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we're coming back to that a little bit. Even though we were kind of messy this year, it wasn't the same. But now it's starting to look like it's clicking. So at least with Obi and Quickly. So they're definitely my keepers for sure. Everybody else is to be determined.
That's a fact. All right, Stevie, where you at with it?
As far as Obi and Quickly go, I won't talk much longer about them because I agree with you guys. They're not going nowhere. Who's also not going nowhere is Cam, because of the Zion possibility. So he's not going nowhere.
Even
I'm not saying I
not
want,
Zion,
Zion, but
RJ, bro. He's not going to win because of RJ. Like, what? I wish Cam go
Oh,
somewhere.
good. That too.
I wish Cam go somewhere, bro. What? Cam's
not going nowhere.
I'm hyped we got Cam.
Yeah, I like Cam. I like Cam Hughes and Duke. I hope he actually reaches his potential. But as far as everybody else, it's in the air. Like I said, I know if Donovan Mitchell is on the table, Grimes is going to be the one to go because they're going to want somebody young to replace him. Deuce, I don't know. Tibbs likes him, but at the same time, he didn't give him minutes like he should have, which is a mystery to everybody. So I think, you know what I mean? Yeah, so he's 50-50 to me. And who else is there? Jericho Sims ain't going nowhere because of the possibility. He's not going nowhere because of the Mitch possibility. Mitch might walk.
Yeah.
So Jericho Sims not going nowhere. And I guess that's about it as far as the young guys go. Cam, Obi, and IQ, they here to stay.
I'm gonna piggyback off that Sims comment too. I agree.
And Sims, I'm sorry, and Sims as well.
Sims is my keeper as well, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That guy is a talent. You see him just gets everything, man. He just pogo sticks.
He's so athletic. He's so athletic, and he's quick. He was guarding one of their guards, and he was like staying in front of him. I was like, yo,
guy's a brick wall, bro. He's
I got a question for y'all. Did y'all see the one play where I guess they caught a rebound? Well, he got the rebound and he starts running the ball up the court. I'm like,
he started dribbling.
Like I'm like, nah.
He did the in and out. He did the in and out.
Yeah, Clyde was like, oh, we saw some handles there. I want to see more of that from him. And I was like, yeah, that was nice.
I agree.
Let me find out, bro. Like,
you gotta work with Derrick Rose in the off season.
my thing is this, right? So, out of the four,
and we still got Kemba. Like, let's not forget. Like,
he's gone. He's gone.
He's gone already, right?
He's gone. He hasn't been with this team in forever. He's gone.
They'll wave and stretch him. I think.
My thing is this: we know. Well, the team is dumb if IQ and Obi leave now. Like now, that's dumb because the way we're moving. No matter if Julius stays, the keys. Here you go, RJ. They're going to RJ because he's getting that max extension. you gotta understand. Read between the lines. It didn't get a chance to come out this season, but it's coming out next season. And guess who's gonna be the host? All four of us is gonna be the hosts on that. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But read between the lines. They brought up all of them questions about that extension of RJ for a reason. But notice they never asked Mitch those questions.
Facts. Not lying.
They're gonna let Mitch walk because if he doesn't come down to terms to take less money, they're gonna let him walk, and RJ is gonna get the bag. So to compliment RJ, the way IQ RJ and Obi already been playing together these last couple of games before RJ did the little knee thing, phenomenal. You already got a preview from college and a little preview of the, a little bit of games from RJ, and Cam. Then IQ started picking up and playing well with him. It's over, bro. Cam can't go nowhere, regardless of just being RJ boy. He already compliments people, and then on top of that, if you want to talk about defense, if you really talk about it, his defense is kind of better than Grimes. When he really locks in and plays, and the way he got to play just to get on the court, he was looking mighty better than Grimes on that floor when it came to defense, when it came to certain situations. He was getting passing lanes like it was nothing. He knew how to dish it out. He's the only one that could create his own shot and drive to the hole with no problems, both hands. Like, come on. Don't get me wrong, Grimes can do it too, but I think we're going to have to take that shot on Cam, man, because you would keep him anyway, because you got to figure out if you're going to extend him too. And he's not going to.
He's a big guy too, man. Like I saw him stand next to somebody. I was like, yo, I did not realize Cam was this like long.
Bro,
Like,
he's 6'8".
He's long too, man.
He's super long. Like,
bro. Does he have a 7 foot wingspan? I don't.
7'2", I believe.
Oh.
if it's not 7 foot, it's definitely close.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Hey man, look, these guys, they're not going nowhere. Look at that. Those kids, they're not going nowhere.
That's a
Man, that's a career night for both those guys.
That's the best picture of the night.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, did you see the picture of what's homie name that we all follow? I respect him to the T. Oh, NY Knicks tape on IG when he put up the picture that was half and half, and it had Amari Stoudemire and Steve Nash.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh, come back next season, let's go.
I can't wait, man. Next season, every Knicks fan should be looking forward to next season, man. Because like, it's for the first time in a long time, the Knicks actually have youth to look forward to that we're actually going to keep. So this time around, like I know every off season the Knicks fans say the same thing. Like this is one of the most important off seasons in a while. I won't say this one is one of the most important, but this one's gonna be different. It's gonna have a different feeling because of that. Because we know we have something to look forward to. Actually,
you know, it's crazy. I can honestly say the opposite. Out of everyone we had in a while of this generation of Knicks basketball. This season coming up, once the off season happens, this is actually the most important. For the first time, just like you stated, we finally have options. Like
that too.
Like, look, we don't owe nobody no bread. We got hella draft picks. We got the young talent, and we got the cash.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a great spot.
Yeah,
we're in an excellent spot.
Can't mess it up. That's the problem. He better get it right because
he's not gonna mess it up.
I don't think he could mess it up this time around. Like, even if we make the moves we do make, the only way we can mess it up is if we don't win.
My thing is this though. You say don't win. There has to be. All right, this question I'm gonna ask y'all. Just give me just one word or phrase, like a whole phrase about it. What is a losing season for next season?
No playoffs.
No playoffs.
No playoffs. If we don't hit the playoffs, then yeah, hell.
Yeah, no playoffs.
A first round exit wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't. No,
Okay.
not if we built. Not if it was a genuine building season where we come in and we put at least one of the two, either Obi or IQ as a starter.
And not play in. I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
not
playing.
playing.
We got to be in the
First round.
playoffs.
Yeah, we're gonna be playoffs first round.
My thing to that is, let's see, how do I want to say this? Moving the wrong talent.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just because we have so many options, you might see something that's on the table that you might like, and you might send off the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about who you got to, because if you got to do a trade, somebody in this youth is gone. Like, you just have to accept it. So it's like, who is the one that goes? And that's what's scaring me out of everything. Like,
It's funny you asked that because like I was making a joke with Stevie earlier. I was like, yo, what if the Knicks that ass like trade Obi Toppin instead of Julius Randle?
That would be a Nick move.
That would be the classic.
That would be a classic Nick move.
Classic. Like trademarked trademark.
Capitalize off his end of season performances and just go, the hype. Let's move him.
Let's
That
move
would be a
him
Nick move.
for Kevin Love.
you want to know? Yo, I'm
know hey, my man's had 30 points in 15 minutes today.
You want to know what's crazy? The only reason why I know for a fact Obi probably still ain't going nowhere, Leon Rose wanted him. And the fact that he going crazy now, he's going to look at Tom like, he better start. Like, he better start. And then I think you touched on it a little bit earlier, Smitty, about the whole, what's the joint called? The little press conference he had.
The little breaking his silence.
Yeah, you was like that. He basically, what did he say?
So they spoke about Randall. So we sat down with Mike Breen and they were talking about.
Because they were trying to run small ball or something like that.
Yeah, and then there was talks of the small ball. It wasn't actually said in that, but before I saw that interview, I saw a thing where Obi was talking about it in a thing talking about with Randall about playing small ball lineups. So
there you go. So
we're going small ball. Goodbye, Mitch.
Yo, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Because
you know what it is, Stevie?
Small ball, bro. You got a terrible defense if we run small ball. With Randall and Toppin?
We got Sims. Chill. We got Sims. He's brolic.
Oh, okay. If it was Sims, that's different. If it's Randall and Toppin, oh my God.
We got Sims. We got big boy Sims. Flex on them Sims.
Nah,
I always say it. Sims is he's that toy from Toy Story.
I think it can actually work. It's just that if you do it, Randall really has to play center. He has to play center. Yeah, he has to play center. And I think he's done it a couple of times. Like, I think the whole time when Obi kept coming in the game, Randall was playing center. The whole time we thought Obi was playing center.
Yeah. Can I just say, though, for the record, I don't want Donovan Mitchell. Don't want him. It's going to cost way too much. And that's, as you were saying before, what you think is a losing season, how you think it's, moving the wrong talent. I think that is what happens if Donovan Mitchell and we make, because you're going to make a brash decision if you're going for a Donovan Mitchell, because you're going to get in a bidding war, right? Mm-hmm. Most likely. There's not going to be just one team going for Donovan Mitchell because of the talent that he is. I think let him go. Whoever's going to bid, whatever they want to bid, let him go, because for now, that would be another Knicks move. We would trade the wrong talent, and it would take the wrong talent, honestly, to get him.
It just all depends on who they value, because there's only two teams that can get him. It's us and Miami. Now you have to look at now let's look at what Miami has to offer, right? They have Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, because you got to think about it. They want to replace Joe Ingles that was over there. They're going to want to replace Donovan Mitchell. So, and then
pick
a couple of. Do they even have any good picks?
I don't know. But they got Victor Oladipo. You assume would be on the table too.
I was thinking the same thing. That's funny. I was thinking they would throw Oladipo in there.
Nah, I haven't played a game in years.
All right, boom.
He had 40 points today.
He said, I'm not respecting those wins. Not those. He got to play against some real talent. Nope. But nah, so look, they got a couple of picks and all that. But now look at us. We have the talent that has been getting broadcast and showcased, right? Not only that, we can offer them to replace Joe Ingles. We can offer them, let's see, we can offer them
Right.
Allie Burks off the rip, right?
Exactly.
To replace Donovan Mitchell's scoring load, we can give them Evan Fournier. We can we could give them 2 first-round picks. You feel me? We could give them a second-round pick. And because if they're gonna keep Rudy Gobert, however you say his last name, Gobert, whatever, Rudy. But it's more so, yeah, that's how I say it, Rudy. But it's more so I don't think they really have a backup center. Yo, y'all want Noel too? We'll toss him in that too. Now you just got rid of Evan, Burks, Noel, some picks, and if they want a young piece, that's when you got to make your decision on which one young piece is going. And it might be Grimes.
Yeah, Smitty's thinking if only it was that easy.
Honestly, it would be that easy. But here's the thing. My thing is Donovan Mitchell is an all-star, right? So, of course, if we're going to trade for him, they're going to want an all-star return. That's why I look at like, yo, Randy, you might be bye-bye. You feel me? Depending on what's available when it comes to that draft night. But I don't know if y'all seen the report. It's looking like free agency, it might be before draft night or something like that. Like they're doing free agency before draft, or free agency might be like 6 days or like 7 days right after the draft, like instantly. Something like that. It's one of the two. I seen
So they're not doing the 7-day negotiation period no more, basically.
That's what I think it is. I think it's just getting straight to the point.
That's dangerous, though. That could be extremely dangerous. That could go right back to what Smitty just talked about.
Now I'm saying this though.
Now the time is shorter. You know what I mean? So now you got to work.
I don't know for sure. Don't quote me, folks. I do not know for sure. I'm just telling you what I see. I seen 2 sides to the same coin, and keep going, LJ, because
that would be crazy. Yeah, that would make things a lot harder for everybody because now you're in a bidding war where like 7 different teams and you only have like 6 days to talk about it, especially right after a draft night because now you got something else to think about. So that's a lot, and we're human. Mistakes are inevitable, man. So we might give away something we didn't really want to for something, who knows?
Definitely. But any final remarks before we close this one out, fellas?
What a happy ending. That's all I can say. I'm at peace. Lay at rest respectfully. Like I'm happy with the way the season ended. I'm proud of the guys for not giving up. That's one. No tanks here. Everyone wanted to tank. No tanking here.
No tanking. Doesn't matter. We're never going to get that number 1 pick again anyway.
Exactly.
We haven't had it since 84 when we picked Ewing. It's not coming back.
Exactly. So honestly, yeah. So Knicks fans, be happy. We have something to look forward to.
I agree. I guess I'll finish this by saying it was fun watching today's game, watching what we might potentially have going into next year. It's gonna, like I said in the beginning, it's gonna be interesting to see the direction we go. We have options. It's just a matter of which one we choose. Do we develop or do we make the big move? We had the tools to make the big move, but developing is kind of looking like a good move as well. So it's going to be interesting to see where the Knicks go.
Definitely. What's up with you, Smitty? What's your final thoughts on it?
Nah, I think we're in a good spot, man, with everything. Looking forward to next year, not just for obviously the season, but for more PPF with you guys. We're going to try and get some special guests for sure. So we'll be speaking to Chris Herring, guy that wrote Blood in the Garden, the '90s book on the '90s Knicks. So, there's a few things in the pipeline that we're going to work on and bring to the table, and yeah,
That'd be dope.
Stay in touch, stay tapped in.
I picked that book
Stay
up.
in tune.
Nah, that's a fact. I actually got to read it a little bit. It was actually good.
Man, get that book.
I gotta read it. I gotta get knowledge.
Look, man,
I
I just started it, man. I just finished Mello's book, and now I'm into that. So,
Yo, that's the one book I gotta get. I gotta get Melo's book for real. Hey,
How was it?
yeah, it was good, man. Fantastic.
Hey, Carmelo, if you watching this, because
Come
you
on, yeah,
come on.
Would y'all take Melo back? I think he's a free agent.
yeah. I'll take.
Of course,
it back
I would
every day of
take
the
him
week.
back, bro.
Every day.
Okay.
I don't give a.
I'll take him back too. Bring back Melo. Got
Yes.
the hashtag.
Bring him. Bring
Man,
him.
I take Pat Ewing back this point.
I don't know about that one. Oh yeah, this is my final take. Look. This is my final take, right? For all those that saying we'll take KP back, if my mans ain't taking a pay cut, you can't come back because
Nah, he not
it's
coming back.
tax
He not-
season on this side. You feel
He's
me?
not welcome.
He's
He's not welcome.
But look, y'all, it's been real. I love doing this with y'all. It's the final joint. Like again, Knicks Anonymous, LJ, Stevie, my guy Smitty, myself, Trippy OG. Make sure y'all tune in because we coming back. What's the first episode? The same day that the Nick and 30 podcast drop for the new season. The same day new PPF is going to drop. And that's ping pong ball day because we got to figure out what we doing, y'all. Make sure y'all stay in tune. Make sure y'all follow us everywhere. Y'all know our social. Just make sure y'all go into the description, read down. I'm going to have everything there for y'all. VentureSeasonNetwork.com. This is where you'll get it. Y'all stay tuned. Follow us. We out.